All right, well, let's tick down the three books, just a few sentences on each one, so I can do that for the least of these.
For the least of these is really, I think, an important work, and that it really shows this idea of the importance of flourishing. And we're going to probably talk about this later, but the biblical word for flourishing, particularly in the Old Testament, is a word called shalom. And I think we interpret that word shalom as peace. It's a terrible translation, way too weak. Shalom literally means flourishing, just as God intended at every level, psychologically, physically, spiritually. And one of the things I think it's important for us to understand is that just because someone's not experiencing shalom physically doesn't necessarily mean they aren't experiencing it spiritually. We had a young man come back to our church a year or two ago that had been to Cuba. We were doing some work in Cuba, out in a very rural area of Cuba. And he was just blown away. He said, here are these people, just dirt poor, had just nothing. And he went to a worship service with them in his dirt floor mud hut. And he said he heard worship like he'd never heard it before. And of course, see, they're experiencing shalom in a spiritual sense. And what we wanted to talk about now is how do you bring shalom to people, particularly in the financial areas, in some of these areas where it doesn't exist, right? And how do you use free markets to do that? And there have been a couple other things done. At the time, we didn't feel like there was anything quite as clear. So that's what we did. So we've got some people writing on the Old Testament, people writing on the New Testament, some people saying kind of what's been done and how well did it work, and then some practitioners at the end really talking about what's the cutting edge right now. So we feel like it did extremely well. I got very good reviews, and still is used quite often by people.